Well, and after months of speculation, there were Shadorlins, Jackson Dart, Ted McMillan, Tyler Warren, Ashton Jeanty, Will Johnson, Will Campbell. A lot of names were mentioned around the New Orleans Saints. But the black and gold landed on offensive lineman out of Texas, Kelvin Banks Jr. Before we get into it, I would need you to grade the pick in the comment section, A, B, C, D, or F. We're live here on Saints Now by Chat Sports right now, and the pick has been graded an F by our chat with over 1,100 votes. And really quick, I want to encourage you to subscribe for draft coverage because we're going to be live all 3 days. We're going to be giving you analysis of each pick. 9 picks total right now. Expect 9 separate videos around the New Orleans Saints. We're going to be doing a lot of audience interaction. We're doing giveaways throughout the weekend. And we got all sorts of great content. But let's just talk about the Kelvin Banks selection. First things first, I want to get my initial reaction here. I don't love the pick. I don't hate the pick. I understand the pick, and I get that it's necessary. I'm very frustrated that the New Orleans Saints are a team that have invested in the trenches every single year since 2017, but we do not see the benefits of those investments. It's very, very important to invest in the offensive line. It's very, very important to invest in the trenches. But it's more important to hit on those investments. And Mickey Loomis, he even said in a press conference earlier this week that the Saints believe in building from the inside out. So again, I get this selection. I think Kelvin Banks Jr., when you look at his scouting report, he is a player that does have some pedigree. 3-year starter who has rarely been beaten in pass protection. He's a really good athlete with nice footwork. He's not a great mauler, and he does show up in the run game, but he's 21 years old. The athletic comp is DJ Humphries, and he's a player that's a 3-year starter. He got better each season. He's a good athlete, and he's a team captain who players and coaches love. The leadership is off the charts. He had solid testing, an 8.32 relative athletic score, and all in all, I think that adding a player like Kelvin Banks makes some sense. I do think that he has the ability to play the guard position or the tackle spot, so we'll have to see what happens. He's only played left tackle in college, and I do think when it comes to Kelvin Banks, maybe he's a player that's an option for the guard spot as well. Right now at the left guard, you have Dylan Radins. You have Nick Saldiveri, who you traded up to get a couple of years ago. And so we'll have to see what happens in terms of the depth chart. But right now, we'll also add Kyle Hergel, Dylan Radins on this depth chart, and then also Kelvin Banks, who was the new draft pick. So sorry that this isn't fully updated. My fault on that. But the depth chart is starting to fill out. And I understand the importance of getting an offensive lineman like Kelvin Banks, but it's just not the sexy pick. I personally would have loved to see the New Orleans Saints go and get Tyler Warren. Ted McMillan and Ashton Jeanty were off the board. But you had Shador Sanders, you had Jackson Dart, you had Jalen Walker, you had Michael Williams, who I'm okay with passing on him. You had a lot of really good options, and you land on offensive line. Again, I don't hate the selection. It's just he's not an inspiring pick. And the PFF grades are pretty impressive. I'll give him that. However, he had 7 flags in 2024. I want to see that number drop. I think in a new offensive system and at the professional level, he will have a little bit of an adjustment period. However, I'm really hopeful that this is a player that works out. I'm okay with an offensive lineman. I'm okay with continuing to invest there, but I just want to see the New Orleans Saints finally hit on those investments. He's not always a great mauler, like I said earlier, which could cause issues if you move him inside to the guard position. And it really only showed up in the run game. He's just not there in terms of being able to sustain a long run game like that. And like I said, he's only played left tackle in college. So moving him in the inside does run its risks. I don't care if he plays tackle or plays guard. As long as he plays all of his snaps this season, that's all you can really hope for. Trevor Penning did not get his 5th-year option picked up by the New Orleans Saints. Chris Olave's did. So the Saints are giving Trevor Penning a prove-it type year, and then they're also giving the ability to Kelvin Banks to compete and potentially be a starting offensive lineman here for the New Orleans Saints. And if he's the 9th overall pick, you sure as hell better be a starter in the National Football League. Now, here's what Dane Brugler had to say from The Athletic. I really respect his draft analysis, and I think that he adds a lot of good insight. Kelvin Banks doesn't have the ideal length and needs to improve his sustained tactics to be a consistent finisher against NFL talent. But he has controlled footwork and depth in pass sets, plus the fundamental know how to fit and leverage blocks and keep defenders occupied. We got a lot more to discuss around Kelvin Banks, and I do think, again, this is a fine pick. I'm not inspired by it. I'm not in love with it, but I get it. But I can tell you what I am in love with is Chubby's Shorts. And I know you like this shirt. And this shirt is awesome. And I know you'll love the 20% off code. Chat gets you on the original lineup of Chubby's clothes. April is here, fellas. In the springtime, the summertime, it's in full swing. So that means it's skies out, thighs out. Time to let those puppies breathe. Whether you're playing a round of golf with the squad, hitting up a beer garden, or visiting an actual garden with your lady friend, Chubby's has you covered for all the good vibes that the warm weather brings. At the end of the day, your wardrobe deserves a springtime upgrade, so sweeten the deal for a limited time. Chubby's is giving our listeners 20% off your order with exclusive code CHAT. That's C-H-A-T at chubbyshorts.com. Pair the original stretch shorts with Chubby's lineup of performance polos, and now you're cooking with gas. With a soft, stretchy, breathable fabric, these polos are built to kick back, turn up, chill out, party down, and some fifth direction-based descriptor. Now, whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or weekend getaway, Chubby's has you covered. For a limited time, Chubby's is giving our viewers 20% off your order with code CHAT at chubbyshorts.com. That's code CHAT at chubbyshorts.com. Support the show and tell them we sent you. They have a really cool NFL line. It's really awesome, but if you use code CHAT, you can get 20% off the original line as well. The link is available in the comments or description of this video. Shout out to Chubby's for sponsoring. I highly encourage you to get started today with Chubby Shorts. I've been rocking Chubby since I was back in high school. I love their shirts. I love their shorts. I love their polos. I love their swimsuits. It's all the best. It's very fun patterns, and you're going to love it too. Now let's keep talking about Kelvin Banks. Look, the fact that there are still players on the board at the time of filming this video, just a few minutes after the selection was made. Michael Williams got taken by the Niners. You saw Colston Loveland go to the Bears. Tyler Warren's still available. You also have the ability to potentially trade up and go and get Shedeur Sanders or Jackson Dart. Or I sure as heck hope not, Tyler Shuck. But here's what the most recent picks were. As we're filming this video, these selections were in Colston Loveland, Michael Williams, Tyler Booker. Those were the next selections and the next picks. The Falcons will be selecting here in a moment, and we'll have to see what happens there. All in all, I think Kelvin Banks is a fine selection. Again, I don't absolutely love it, but I do think that it's a pick that was necessary for Kellen Moore. And whoever the quarterback is, whether it's Derek Carr, Spencer Rattler, Garrett Nussmeier, Arch Manning, Shedeur Sanders, whoever it is. I don't care who the quarterback is. You need better production out of the offensive line, and you need better protection. And Kellen Moore found a lot of success at every stop he's been at where there has been quality trenches there. The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, he just won a Super Bowl with a team that invests in the trenches and believes in the philosophy of building from the inside out. So right now, I think that's where we're going to continue to head. As a junior, he started all 42 games. He played at left tackle for the Texas Longhorns in 2024. He started 15 games at left tackle and anchored Texas's offensive line. It was named a finalist for the Joe Moore Award, which is awarded to the top offensive lineman. He earned unanimous All-American honors in 2024. He won the 2024 Outland Trophy, which is awarded to the best college football lineman, and the 2024 Lombardi Award, annually given to the nation's top O lineman. And then he was named first team All-SEC by AP and SEC coaches. He's a very well-respected, highly touted, very well-regarded pick, and at the end of the day, it's not sexy, but it was necessary. So grade the pick in the comment section for me. I'm personally going to go with a B-. I would have loved to see another option, but again, I get it. The live chat with almost 1,300 votes is grading it an F at 32% total. Number 2 is B at 26%, C at 22%, and then A at 21%. A friendly reminder to subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. We're going to be live. If the Saints trade up and go make a pick, we're going to be breaking it down. If the Saints go and make a bunch of picks throughout the rest of the draft, we're going to be here live on Saints Now. So y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time.